to the Sarah Scoop Facebook Live show. Today we have a very special guest. We have Kevin from Big Brother Season 19 here with us today.
Sarah,
Hi, Kevin. Welcome.
Nice to be here, Sarah. Thank you for having me. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
we're so excited. So where are you at right now?
I'm in New York at Arlo Hotel in New York. Because we went to the premiere last night. So, and you should see, literally, we're in a room, and I'm like, I'm not making this up. The room is probably 10 by 8 feet. It's the smallest room I've ever seen. Everything's right there, right in the distance. Chris, what's up? Hello.
Yes, so people will be joining in. I know we started a few minutes early, so people will probably come in, but they'll be able to rewatch this. It'll stay up on the page and everything. Okay. So you were there at the premiere. Tell us a little bit about that and what you were up to last night.
Oh my goodness, it was fun. You could tell my voice from talking because all we do is yell me and Josh back and forth. You know what I mean? But it was fun. I get to see. I'd seen Jason, Matt and Raven were there. Of course, Josh. We had Dominique was there. Jillian was there. Her family was nice. Everyone was so nice. I had a great time. And, some fans came and everyone took pictures. And, I always hug everybody. So always giving all the hugs out to everybody.
Are you still pretty close with a lot of people from your season?
Sure, absolutely. I speak to at least 5 or 6 of them on a weekly basis. Yeah.
So how did you even get started with Big Brother? What encouraged you to apply, to go on the show, all of that?
So this is a true story. When I start rambling on my stories, you have to stop me because
I love it. So people love your stories.
So listen. So my daughters are in the room, and the commercial comes on, and I said, "Man, I can go on that show." And I knew they were super fans, but I was just messing around. It's a commercial for an open casting in Boston. You know what I mean? And so I ended up going down to meet my daughter at the aquarium. She was going to be late. So I went into Ned Devine's where they have an open casting. This is a true story. And I get in there. It's got to be 500 your age, all young kids, all texting, all, I don't know, vaping, whatever the hell they do. So I was there and I said, I was walking around, and I was dressed up. And a guy come up to me and said, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Well, who are you?" Because I didn't know who he was. He was the guy running the production. So yes, Ramsey did come over for dinner. I ended up called back. And then next thing you know, I was out in LA. Then next thing you know, I was in a show. I really would suggest that you watch the show before you go on it. I never watched the show before I went on it. So I went on.
Did you say you would suggest you don't watch it?
No, I would suggest you watch it.
Oh, okay. I was
know what you're doing because I didn't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Do you feel like that
was... I do. You want me to answer that question? I mean,
yeah, we can chat and I can pop them up as we're going, but okay. So I read you have 7 kids. What's the age span from Kiana?
Okay, here we go. My children are 30, 28, 26, 24, 23, 19, and 18. That's it. Now I have cable. That's it. No more children. That's it.
No more, not one extra in there.
No. I have I have a niece that stays with me, so it's basically my house is as crowded as the Big Brother houses all the time. So that's why I got along pretty easy with everybody,
And I read that was kind of like your strategy going into the game was you said, "I'm just gonna be myself."
Yeah, I was. I don't think everyone else was though. I didn't learn till the end, so.
Would you change that strategy now?
I would keep it at the beginning the same way I played, but then I wouldn't. I think some of the comps, obviously, whoever wins a race with a broken foot, you can't. That comp was decided. I wouldn't do that no more. Towards the end, I would just do the hardest I can.
And then so whenever we can get to that question, but going back to your strategy real quick, at the beginning, you took the temptation. Do you regret that or?
I didn't. Honestly, Sarah, I did not know. First of all, did you see me? I was profusely sweating. It was 112 degrees up there. I was in a suit way up in the Apple, up in the sky. It was so hot. So I hit the thing, ended up, they called me into the DR. So I thought they were just telling me, congratulations to being on the show. And I didn't know I won. So by that time, it was irrelevant. I took it. I didn't know. But I mean, I guess anyone would take, if you get a chance at $25,000 and you're only been there for 2 hours, you might as well go for it, Yeah. I didn't realize I won.
Okay, Maddie's asking, sorry, you got lots of questions keep popping up. Maddie wants to know, what did you pack in your Big Brother bag?
Of course, I had my suits. No, in my Big Brother bag, yeah, I had suits, and I'm the only guy who ever won a Big Brother and bought 10 suits. And they confiscated 4 of them, 5 of them. So I used to have it all because I guess it didn't match up with the cameras or something like that. They were too loud or something. I don't know. And so I just brought in, whatever you see we wore on the show. I had that was what's in the bag. And when you leave, they take everything. You got to wait till they mail it to you. You know what I mean? You don't get to take anything out of the show.
Right. Have you always been like sharp dressed guy? Is that just like your
I
thing?
guess so. Yeah, that's what she asked. Why suits? I don't know. I should have watched the show. I thought, and I'm not. This is how crazy I am. That maybe they were going to take us out to dinner or something like that. So I get the suits ready to go out to dinner. We never went to dinner.
So you went into this Big Brother thing, no
Never
idea
watched.
that you were going to be stuck in this house 24/7.
Yes, I never understood the concept, but it gets really difficult after a while. Really, really difficult. Especially 9 of them were 26 and under. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, the oldest next person was Jason, and he's 20 years younger than me. So, I mean, some of them were 21 years old. I was 35 years older than them. So,
How did you just feel though, like similarities of being at home with all your kids?
yeah, that's what I just did at the beginning. I connected really good. What happens at the end though is when even if you connect really good, Sarah, it doesn't matter. They're trying to go further and they're trying to get deeper into the game. So you become a target, and everyone targets you. And once they all target you, you're going to be the next one off. When they stop making you breakfast, you're off next. You know that.
So as someone that hadn't watched the game, were you kind of like, why are they turning on me? What's going on here?
Yes. No, by that time I was already done. I was in there 86 days. So I was in there most of the time. So by that time I knew what was going on, and I knew it was pretty much already in signed. I couldn't do anything about it. You know what I mean? Because Josh and Paul were young, and Chris was they got along with. There was only 4 of us left. I knew what was going to happen. But I mean, I made it that far.
How did your family feel like watching you? Were they just like, I feel like your family was having watch parties every night?
Yeah, they were at the beginning. At the end, it got pretty bad, I guess. Apparently, I don't know. I still haven't watched it, and I don't really have any animosity towards anybody. I just think that's how they play their game, and there's no criteria for the game, Sarah. So if you play dirty, and you consider it dirty, and I consider it dirty, but you made it to the top 3, they had a better game plan than me.
So actually, Stacy asked that down here. Sorry, I'm talking to you and missing some of these questions.
He asked me, did I have them over for Thanksgiving?
Kevin.
Yeah.
Well, she says, Kevin, I love you. Genius gameplay. What would you do different, if anything?
If anything, Stacy, next time I would, the comps that were quote unquote won by certain people, I wouldn't agree with letting them win, and I would do better that big. I thought it was we were working as a team to get into the top 3, and I made it to the top 4. So I don't know. There's not much more I could do. I would just have to do better physically. I would have to do better in the comps, the physical comps. As simple as that.
Right. And so did you know ahead of time, like, hey, I guess I'm going to hit the gym? Or were you just like, hey, no. I got picked. I'm headed to the Big Brother house in a week?
No, I didn't know. Honest to God, I did not know. And, so, some of the memory ones, I could have, of course I could have remembered them, but I didn't even, most of the house guests realized what was going on. They had been watching the show. You know what I mean? So they would go, and when the comps would come out, and they knew how long they were taking to build the comps, they basically knew not right on exact, but they knew what type of things were coming. You know what I mean? And I didn't know what was going on at all.
Did you have a favorite competition?
What's that?
Which competition was your favorite?
Oh, my favorite competition was when they the haunted house one. You know, when we were in the haunted house, I was like shaking the monster's hands. They weren't like, I don't know. They didn't scare me. A lot of people get scared, and I would be like, "You did a great job, thank you," and just walked around the house. The one where they hit the veto thing was pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you have any like heads up when those are happening? Like, or you guys are like in the house, stuck in there, and then they like bring you out? Or are you like looking, trying to see?
No idea what's going on with the comps. Everything's closed. You're sealed in. And when you had the one in the house where they had the haunted house, which actually made the house haunted, you got put in the HOH room, locked in there for 8 hours.
why they're putting it together. So people are very excited about your Thanksgiving that you hosted. So Regina there's been a bunch of comments on that. So I'll pick Regina. She wants to know, did you have any other players over for Thanksgiving?
Yes. Jason, Josh, Ramses all came to my house. And you guys know, what's her name? Oh, from Rhode Island. She was on BB10. I forget. She was over for my Thanksgiving dinner too.
So that's so fun. So like you brought them all together, both of your families.
We had a big charity event. Yeah, no, what we ended up doing was, since they all came, and obviously a lot of people wanted to come, we did something for charity, and we had it in a hall with a DJ and mute, and we gave out stuff, and everyone had a great time. And then Ramsey stayed. I couldn't get rid of Ramsey. She was just talking to my dad. He stayed, and actually had Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving with me and my family.
I was watching some videos of you two together, and it seemed like you guys had quite a bond.
Yeah, he's my pal. He's a young guy, so.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to him in a few weeks, so that should be fun. I'll have to ask
really?
him.
He's good. He's good at these type of things. Really good.
Alyssa wants to know, do you have any big future plans? Are you going to do any more shows? That kind of thing.
I don't know. Alyssa Scott, I don't know. I would love to. I mean, if they ask me things, I'm going. I mean, I have things planned, like in the short terms, things like, doing some meet and greets and going out to Iowa, going down to Florida, and doing some other things. I'm going to a Mohegan Sun. But yeah, I guess if I got offered, I would do them definitely.
So do you have, like, how is that whenever you meet these people and they're like, Kevin, like I know you have super fans that are crazy about you.
Yeah,
like,
when I first got home, right, I was out running, and so a car pulls over real fast right next to me, and I'm figuring, maybe do I owe someone money or something? What is going on here? And they were super fans. I stopped their car on like a main strip to get out of the car and take pictures. So it was wild. People would come to my house and just ring the buzzer, young kids. And my good kids would be looking like, you really want to see my dad, really? They're like, Dad, someone's here to see you. So I get out, and I always was nice. So I'd invite them in and take pictures, and they would stay for like an hour. My girls were like, Dad, just go sign the autographs and let them. You can't let everyone come in the house, because I'm nice. I invite them in.
I feel like, though, that's so nice, like that you are who you were on TV. Like,
yes. Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. I think that's how I got so far.
Yeah. Let's see here. Maddie wants to know your favorite Red Sox player. Fenway is one of my favorite places in the world.
Oh, my favorite Red Sox player right now. I mean, if I told old names, you wouldn't know. Big Papi, David Ortiz. Yes, Fenway is beautiful. And
you were tweeting about the Super Bowl too. So thinking you're a big sports fan, huh?
Yeah. Well, I grew up with all brothers in the city. All we had was sports. That's all we did.
Yeah. Stacey had another question. She wants to know if you were surprised that you made it to the top 4. I know you said like that's why you made it far being yourself, but without ever watching the show, do you feel like?
I think everyone was surprised I made it to the top 4. I never watched the show, honestly. I literally watched 5 minutes of the Kid Derrick season, and I watched the time when he was just deciding who's going to be left, and the kid picked the girl to go. And him and Derek went to the final too. That's all I seen. I didn't know who Paul was. When Paul came into the house, I thought he was delivering pizza. Listen, the bell rang, and I was standing there looking, and Paul comes in, everyone starts screaming and yelling, and they go over and start hugging him. He's got these friendship bracelets, and I was standing back there like, who's he? And they were, you don't know who Paul was? And now me and Paul are good friends.
I think that's great, though. Like, you're just real. Like, that's what happened. Yeah. Earlier, Kimmy asked this, and she had reached out earlier, so I want to make sure I asked her question. She said, hey, Kevin, it's Pixie. Have you thought about doing your Sweet Guys YouTube channel? So many of us really miss your stories.
So my daughters have a YouTube channel called Your Sweet Guys, where they could critique and they talk about K-pop. You know what K-pop is, Sarah?
K-pop? Like?
Yeah, it's like Korean pop music.
Oh, yes. Okay, people have been telling me about this. It's like
go to my daughter's station. Go to Your Sweet Guys when we're finished and check it out. It's on YouTube. And yeah, maybe I'll do that and start my own YouTube channel, huh? Just sit around and tell stories. I'm great at that. So
I think people love that about you, though.
All day, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Abby wants to know, were you happy Josh won even though you voted for Paul?
Oh, absolutely. I love Josh. Really, really nice kid. Really good kid. I was happy. Whoever was going to win, I was happy for him. I'm not, again, I don't have any animosity. I see someone's daughter loves K-pop.
I know people are like blowing you up. I love this today. It's like I keep missing it because
go to my daughter's channel, Your Sweet Guys. They literally know. I know. I did some of the BTS and all of that. They love them. They know all the groups. That's the name of K-pop group. See, I'm an old guy and I still know that.
How many of your daughters are doing this channel?
Two.
Two of them? Is that like your younger
daughter and a niece?
Oh, okay.
My daughter and my niece. My niece stays with us and she does it.
Let's see here. Would you support, this was kind of fun, would you support any of your kids going on the show on Big Brother?
Oh, absolutely, man. I think it'd be cool. I think they would know better. I mean, my girls are pretty athletic and they're really quiet. So you'd be shocked if I literally had my kids in here, except for Lana, the one who does the BTS.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, they can't be Kevin's kids because they don't say nothing. They're quiet. They just lay back. And then here I come in and never shut up. And they're like, jeepers. So yeah, the people would be shocked if they actually met my kids. They'd be like, you sure they're your kids?
So when you went on the show, I read you were a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
How has like your life, like, I'm sure it's done like kind of a 360 here. Like, what is it like now, an average day for Kevin?
I always thought I was a pretty same guy as even on the show now or off the show. But now that you just recognize more and people go, and I'm nice to everyone. I never pass no one up or say no to anybody if they ask me for anything. I never say nothing. Never say no. Never. I sign autographs and whatever they ask.
Is your schedule just like really busy now? Because like you're in New York right now for the Celebrity Big Brother, which someone asked if you watched the show earlier. So maybe you can give us your thoughts on the show.
Well, let's just put it this way. We were in a restaurant meeting fans. So the whole time it was on, they also had music playing and, you'd have young kids. Can you sign an autograph? So it's really, you didn't get a time to sit and watch it. I may watch it tonight though, watch last night's again and then watch it tonight. So, because I understand it was pretty good. But I didn't see, I'd seen some of it, but I couldn't hear what they were saying. So
right. So you'll have to rewatch that. Someone asked, okay, what did your wife think of you being away while you were on the show?
Well, she at least knew where I was. They were watching the live feed. They don't have to worry about that. They could just put the live feed on and see me sitting in the corner eating my ice cream at night. So no, I guess she missed me. I would hope she missed me. And, it was pretty cool. I mean, they have showmances and things like that. Right. And, I was never really close to any of them. I mean, I was so much older than everyone. It's hard, I'm not going to go in and scratch a 22-year-old girl's back or something like that. I mean, I don't know what the hell. That's what they were doing. So I used to call them. So they matched up. And by that time, a week in, everyone already matched up. So you knew who your friends were and who wasn't. And by the time it gets down to the lower numbers, no one's your friend no more. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to win. Yeah.
Everyone's for themselves. I watched this video of you that was like all these funny moments. I mean, was that like, are you just naturally hilarious?
I guess apparently, well, yeah, I tell some good jokes, man. I told you what happened to me in Starbucks. Did you see my Instagram?
No.
Oh my God. I go into Starbucks. Now they gave me a Starbucks app and I'm not really up on it. So I'm thinking I'm cool. I can't get the app up the first thing, number one. Number two, I get in line and I'm like, man, all these things. So I say to the girl, can I have, and she was like, well, do you want almond milk or plain milk? I'm like, oh my God. Then do you want cinnamon on it? Do you want whipped cream? By the time and everyone in there had a computer or a laptop or a phone. So I'm pretending I'm texting so I try to fit in, but I wasn't texting nobody. So I had to eventually text my daughter to text what I like because I don't even know. And she texted, I showed it to the lady. She took my phone and did it. I put it on Instagram because I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea.
I'm gonna have to go watch that. That's hilarious.
Same thing. So when I get home, I start running. I go running, right? So my luck, I run right down the main street where the high school cross country team runs. So they start running behind me. I see them coming. So I'm thinking I'm cool because, I got the Fitbit on. So I'm running as fast as I can, trying to keep up with them. So I pretend I'll get a phone call so I could stop because they were running too fast. And then they turned around and came back. I was like, are they ever going to leave me alone? Yeah. So I tell a few good stories here and there. I told some of my Boston stories to them too, but I don't think we have time for them.
Well, okay, what's the funniest thing you remember from the Big Brother house? Like your funniest story?
Oh man, when I was telling them about coaching T-ball. So I was telling, and Cody and Jessica were dying laughing, and everyone. Jason laughed all the time. He had to use earplugs to go to sleep because I would tell stories and keep him laughing all night long. But I would tell him, how difficult it is to coach t-ball. You know what I mean? When your ball gets hit, you have 21 kids run after one ball. They all hit each other like bowling balls and all fall over. And the parents are yelling and screaming. They're only 4 years old. I don't know. So that kind of stuff.
That's great. That's so funny. I'm missing some of these questions. You're so fun to talk to, Kevin.
Go ahead.
Okay, another one from Stacy here. She was wondering if you ever lifted weights because all she saw you do was walk laps.
That's it. Walk laps. No, I don't lift no weights. No, there's too many. See how the shape everyone was in there? There's no room. No, I would just walk the yard all day. But we didn't get to go out that often. I mean, they have to build up the competition sets and things like that. And a lot of them were really difficult, tedious things to build. So they would build for 4 days, and they have to take it down. So you only get like 1 or 2 days off.
So when they're building that, you can't go out there. Basically,
You could just hear it. You could hear the drilling and everything like that.
So do you have windows at all in the house anywhere?
No windows at all.
No windows.
There was one glass door. They went out to the yard, and the screen would close down, and you couldn't see or hear anything out there. And when you were allowed out, the screen would open. Everyone knew.
And when you were evicted from the house and you walk out, like we see you walk out onto like the stage, is that how it is?
What's that?
Like whenever you're evicted from the house, we see you, like you walk out from the Big Brother house, like we see you come out on the stage with the audience there.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking.
The house is right through that. There's two sets of doors right there. At the house. See, I thought that's the suits and that's what all the clothing was for. I was under the impression maybe we go in a van and go out to have dinners. You know what I mean? And this is going to be great. Yeah. I didn't know you had to make your own dinner. We were stuck in there for all those days, And then if you get on the have-nots, you just got to eat slop.
Yeah. So what is slop? Like everyone's been talking about
like an oatmeal type protein mix type thing. I don't know if you put some chocolate milk in it. And when you're starving, you'll eat it. Don't believe me. So I used to sneak cookies in. I'm not supposed to tell that, but I would sneak cookies into the have-not room.
When you had the slop, you're like, ugh. Yeah. Okay. There's so many questions for you, Kevin. What was it like when you found out Jason's wife was pregnant?
Oh, he's my pal. It was great for him. Happy. He was so excited. You've seen his response. He got it on the HOH letter, and everyone was happy for him. I'm happy for Jason. I'm going out there in a month.
What's your good father advice that you give people?
That I give is just to spend time with the kids.
Yeah.
Spend time. All you can do is spend time. It doesn't have to be quality time. Just spend time so that they know you're there, and then. If you can see when there's a change in your child, if there's something different going on, if you spend time. If you don't, you have to just spend time with the kid. That's my opinion.
Okay. How did you entertain yourself while you were stuck inside? Kiana says she would be so bored.
I know it was. I played chess once, and I was telling stories. I would tell them trivia. So when I was playing chess, I didn't. If I won that, they would have thought, this guy's good in chess. He knows his trivia. So I didn't play chess ever again. So they had no cards. We would just talk and hang out. We didn't get to see no movies, no shows ever came on. You see nothing, literally nothing. It really gets hard at the end. Mentally, it's really hard. Really draining.
What did you do then the first thing when you got out of there?
The first thing when I got out of the house, we went out to the yard. We did interviews. Then we went out the next day. We went out. We had you had a meet and greet and stuff like that. If all the house guests had to show up, and then after that, you're on your own. And my family was out there. We had a Airbnb, and we went out to dinner. When I come back home, I went out to dinner because I always talked about my restaurant, Amelia's. So I went out to dinner at Amelia's.
Yes. Yeah. What's your go-to order there?
Chicken parmesan, chicken parm. I put the sauce on the side with some ziti's. You have a great time. If you're ever in Boston, I'll take you there. I promise.
Oh, I'm gonna come just for that.
Absolutely.
Okay. We'll kind of sum it up here. People are just kind of asking, like, would you do the show again? And do you have advice for people that want to do the show?
I would definitely try to do it again if they asked me, because I wanted to prove I can win some comps, because some of the comps were just luck competitions. You know what I mean? So it's just luck. Other ones are skilled and other ones are mental. So I would work harder on them and pay attention, because if you got to remember when everyone goes out, who's the first to be put on the block, who's the first to win POV. But this is 2 months after you've been there. So I never really paid much attention to it. But this next time I would pay attention. And my advice would be to watch the show and don't let them know you watched it though when you get in there. Don't tell them you're a super fan. Like Josh was a super fan. He didn't tell us that though.
Yeah.
So I would say, make sure you keep up in the show and watch the show. Make an alliance with one person or two people that you can really think you can trust. Don't make it with 5 people, because it won't work. And then just be yourself. Just be yourself. The last thing you want to do is go in there and be somebody else, and then they find out that you're not the person you are. Although they were saying things I wasn't, still it didn't. You know what I mean?
Right. Do you think then it's better to prepare yourself mentally over the physical challenges?
Mentally, easily.
Yeah.
Because you spend so much downtime. When I'm talking downtime, I'm talking about days upon end where that door don't open and you just laying in that corner, sit there. There's no, that's why you see people reading the Bible. It's the only book there. So everyone went from no one reads the Bible to everyone was reading the Bible. Yeah.
Okay, so I said we were done, but I feel like you'll have a really good answer to this. Bernadette wants to know what it was like sharing one bathroom.
I've been doing that my whole life. What do you mean? I grew up in a neighborhood. I grew up in a 3-bedroom apartment in Boston with 5 brothers, 2 sisters, a father, and a grandmother. One, not even a shower, just a bathtub. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were prepared. Nothing stopped.
It didn't matter to me. Although some of the people would leave a mess all the time, and it bothered me. But what else? What are you going to do? You can't ask for anything. It wasn't that bad. The shower was not that bad, and
does someone come in and clean it, or is it all you guys?
No, we have to do everything. You never see another person. You don't see nobody from production. They only talk to you in the sky. That's it. You never see nobody ever.
Well, Kevin, you have been so great to talk to. And before we end, though, I want to just let you have a chance to tell people anything you want to tell them. I know there's so many people that are super fans of yours, and you were just so fun and real and a great storyteller.
Listen, tell everybody that anybody who wants to. If I got on, I know it's a cliche, everyone says that, but I'm telling you, I went in there and just be yourself, and you can do it, man. You can do it. Just keep trying. Mark tried 3 years in a row. He made it out there a couple times and kept trying and kept trying. He didn't give up. So, get yourself some kind of, I don't know, maybe if you're in shape or anything, but even the age shouldn't matter. Definitely doesn't matter if you're male or female. They take 8 of each, 8 males, 8 females. So, I think anyone who wants to try out should just give it a chance and go for it. If you don't, what's going to happen? I think nowadays you try out on sending videos or something like that, Tell them that Kevin's supposed to send the video in. They'll throw it in the back. They'll use it to start the fire that night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. That's great. Well, thank you so much, Kevin. We look forward to
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. And I hope everyone has a great 2018. And I hope you enjoy watching Celebrity Big Brother. Sarah, it's a pleasure. If you ever need anything, you let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin. We're going to go watch your daughter's YouTube channel and your Starbucks.
Oh, you got to watch what they did to me on one of them. When they tortured me they had me hold this electrical shock thing, and they would shock me if I didn't know the kid. Go on, check it out. You're sweet guys. You'll love it.
Yeah. We'll look for it. Maybe if you can tweet it out, or I'll look for it and I can send it out on Twitter or something too, so people can find it.
You got it. I will. All right.
Awesome.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.